You're a bit close. The lid's a bit close to your mouth, not gonna lie. All that halitosis.
Fuck it.
This guy will be on methadone in 2 years.
What, me?
This guy took a shot. Bloody hell.
Independence. What does that mean? They've never told anyone what that means.
Yeah.
They've just said all these words and people have bought it because they've been told to.
You know what that reminds me of? That film with Benedict Cumberbatch, The Uncivil War, on Brexit. Well, in the film he plays Dominic Cummings. Is that his name? Dominic something.
Yeah.
The guy who like masterminded the Leave campaign. And in the film he
That
just
was not
talks.
Dominic Cummings.
I don't think it was Dominic.
No, it was.
Dominic's that Pratt who travelled like 300 miles.
His name was something. Let me
So he
look
could
it up.
sweeten up his eyes on the motorway. and now everyone's like, find this guy. They're still talking about him. Hasn't he resigned?
Yeah, he
What
left.
happened to him?
Did he leave?
He left,
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh, about time. Oh,
And they're
yeah,
still
of
talking
course.
about him.
But no, he
Yeah,
didn't he
Dominic
leave?
Cummings.
Didn't he
Yeah,
only
he
leave
plays
because
Dominic
he
Cummings.
criticised Boris
Dominic
Johnson's
Cummings
wife?
was a strategist
I don't know
for
about
the
that.
Leave campaign.
I think it was.
I did not know
And,
that.
and in the film, it talks about how like this take back control is all about like ambiguity, like targeting people who don't understand what it is that's happening to them, and just like preying on their confusion and just scapegoating it, like you said.
I saw a guy on BBC News. He had a little segment. He was what do you call them guys that fish? He sells fish in it. You know what I'm talking about, innit?
Yeah.
One bound, so I'll
Yeah. Now he can't.
at first.
Now he can't shot his fish because of Brexit. So he's gonna be put out of business.
Yeah.
But he voted for Brexit. He was like,
Be careful what you wish
yeah, that's his own personal problem,
It's
man.
peak, man.
for. Idiot. That's what he gets.
He was misinformed, I'd say.
Yeah, a lot of people are misinformed. A lot of people took the
Due
piss.
to their own stupidity, they didn't think to read before just saying, oh yeah, let's do this, let's do this.
Well, what was there to read?
Yeah.
There was so much conflicting information. Nobody could decipher what's true or not.
Hence the term reading. Like,
Yeah, they
don't
could.
just make an informed decision. Do you know what I mean? Don't just jump into something that could affect the future
Yeah,
of
they
our
can
country.
read, but when they read 350 million a week to the NHS and they don't know because they've just read it, they don't know that it can never be actually delivered on. Because nobody really knows what the EU does in the first place.
Yeah.
No one knows what we give to them, so no one knows what we can get back when we leave.
It's evil when you think about it, but amazing at the same time.
Well, amazing how so many people have fallen for it.
No, just
Is that what
no,
it is?
amazing. Like, all right, for example, you know, like the whole clap for the NHS thing. That's done.
For the shit. Oh, I was out there in the cold clapping for a good 5 minutes.
What,
bro.
you?
That's
Yeah,
done-
man.
That done shit for nobody, yeah. It
actually
made
done that?
everybody feel
Yeah.
good. It made everybody feel good. It's genius
No,
how
it
you
made
can
them
like.
feel good about themselves.
It made,
No,
them, feel,
exactly.
it made them feel gratified.
But what
No,
does
yeah,
it do for
exactly.
the workers?
It does nothing, which is
Exactly.
why I'm saying it's brilliant. It's like a show of morale, of support, but at the same time, it delivers nothing. That's why I think it's amazing. You can look like you're doing something for someone, and you're doing shit. That's evil genius.
Actually,
I
he
think
is, man.
they've undone their work with that one because they
They have.
promised us a Christmas, then they took it away.
No, yeah, they have, but in that moment,
Yeah.
everyone was doing it. My neighbours were letting off fireworks.
Bro, man are beating pans and pots. Boom, boom, boom,
Wait,
boom,
what
boom.
happened?
They were beating pans and pots every Thursday.
Oh.
My neighbours and everything. Everyone at the first week,
Yeah,
yeah,
8
the
o'clock.
whole area was rampant, man. It was crazy. And then as the weeks went on, it started to die down. But you just paid. It got to the point where it was just like
Man.
pay the people.
And the government didn't pay for anything.
Yeah, on the last Friday of the month, you don't want to clap. You want a bonus. You
want
know what I
a
mean? So you
yeah,
go to the
man.
pub and enjoy yourself.
Fam, you want that bread, that moolah.
Yeah.
And they're still going through it even now.
Yeah.
That's peak.
So them hearing claps is absolute jack shit because it doesn't do anything for their
If
life.
anything, it
No,
pisses them off more.
I believe that 100%, but I can also recognize why it's genius. Because it made people feel
Oh,
like
no,
they're
yeah.
doing something for the NHS.
Oh no, yeah.
You had like little kids drawing rainbows and hanging that in their like window. Is that gonna put like, I don't know, Jacob, like, is that gonna give Jacob enough money to buy fish for the week? No, but it makes you feel good.
Yeah.
It's like I've done my part.
Yeah, I've done my part. I've drawn my picture. I've clapped my hands. It's genius.
Don't ask me to do nothing else. It's too much now.
Yeah, and then when people feel like that, they don't scrutinize the government. They don't hold them to account. They don't ask them why you like bringing back paid parking for NHS workers in their own hospitals. Why aren't you like increasing their money? Why are they like going for another pay freeze? Shit like that.
actually
Politics,
fucked.
man.
Politics is
Fucked,
fucked.
man.
It's a mad
Amazing.
game.
Fam, another thing. Speaking of politics, there's another guy we need to leave behind. Donald Trump.
Yeah.
Leave him behind. Like,
Oh, you even forgot Matt Hancock as well.
The guy who tried to cry.
Oh my
I didn't see
days.
it, but apparently it's really bad.
It was so bad.
Yeah,
It was so bad.
Really?
Like, when I look at him, yeah, whenever I look at Matt, sorry about Donald Trump, but whenever I look at Matt Hancock, yeah, I feel like he's trying to take the piss out of me. I feel like he's taking the piss out of, like, just
Like-
me in it.
like you know when they say, "Oh, cries in this, cries in that."
Yeah.
It looks like, oh, he's crying in money.
I
he's
feel like he
crying
don't
in
give a
wealth.
shit.
Like,
He was like, he was in this morning. He was like, I just feel like it's. We needed, and like, he couldn't even summon any like fake tears. It was just, it was disturbing. I felt like he was taking a piss
He
out
could
of me.
have like plucked a pubic hair
Yeah,
under the
bro.
table. Do you know what I mean?
He didn't do
Nothing.
nothing.
what's the thing?
It was. It's insulting to look at him every time I see him on TV. It's like I just want to like slap him in his
Fam,
face.
just rush him on tight.
It's mad. Like he's
I've never seen such insincerity.
bro. That's it. Like he don't give a shit. Fuck them lot, man.
Alright. Bring the mood up, yeah? Things we enjoyed in 2020.
Nothing.
Really?
Nothing.
Really? You
Nah.
dropped 2
I mean-
bangers and you didn't enjoy them?
Oh.
Right.
Yeah, but I could have done more if I was outside.
True.
I could have been performing.
Ooh.
That would have been a sick night if it went ahead.
Right, exactly. I could have had parties and performances and instead I have to watch Spotify streams. Come on, bro. That's
I
so
can't believe they
depressing.
tried to put they made wireless an online event.
I didn't watch that.
That flop.
That was mad.
I saw an ad about it on Instagram and I just laughed.
It's gonna be the same as well next year.
They've already
1 minute you're
cancelled
jumping
next
over the fence.
I don't know. They
That's
haven't
what
cancelled
makes
it,
it
but
so great.
we're locked down till April next year as well. So
Yeah, fair.
might as well do it. Might as well be online again.
Mm.
Fuck you
I
know.
can't do it, man.
What's
That's
that?
not the life I
Big man
wanna
thing,
live.
I can't do it. But if there's anything I enjoyed, it was furlough for the first 2 weeks. When they furloughed me, I was like, yeah, man, 2 weeks off work, this is calm. And then they just went 3 weeks. And it was like 4 weeks. And it was like, fuck, get me out of here.
Longer period to do the exams over. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Do you think you would have graduated if it
No.
was closed?
No. No. I'm sorry, but I was not in the right headspace. I was done with it. After the first 3 years, I was like, anything. Tesco's open. Do you know what I mean? They'll take me. I don't mind.
Bro.
Honestly, I don't mind.
But I went from pharmacy to Tesco's.
I was really like, maybe I should try acting. Maybe I'll be good at that. Like just anything, any other possibilities seem better than that. And then they were like, oh, it's online and it's open book. I was like,
Open
better start with
goal.
hands in there. Yeah, it's
Open
great.
goal. Top bins. Top bins.
Too easy. That's the one. Yeah, that's the one thing. That's the one.
What did you enjoy, Bims?
I've said it already at the start. But like,
What, your new job?
new job. That was it.
Yeah, you were gassed when you told me about it, like, I'm getting paid every week, fam. It's nice to have a regular income. I'm not taking a piss.
No.
Like, I don't know when it was. I think it was like October time, yeah. I was on my way somewhere. I was in an Uber and the guy was like, I can't keep doing Uber, fam. I need to get a real job because like the stress of not having like a weekly income
No, yeah.
is nuts. I had no idea it was like that, fam.
Oh.
Nuts, fam.
Forget just regular income in itself is like, it's stressful. It's long.
Uber driving is quite demeaning as well because imagine how many drunk people who are trying to
just take the piss.
like touching the steering wheel while you're driving, touching
No,
you, trying to like
No, but
put
they're
some
not-
music on your speaker and you're like, no, I'm
But
not
they're,
having
they're
it.
not sitting like next to you.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
reaching
but
from
they
the
sit
seat
in your
behind
car.
you.
Yeah.
In your car, just making bare noise.
And
That's-
some people just come into the front seat anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
They'll slide the seat back and sit there.
Four people get in the car after a night out.
No,
One
yeah.
person has to sit in the front.
Right.
It happens.
One person vomits and they're sitting in the middle.
Oh,
What are you gonna
man.
do?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Oh no.
End the journey. Get out of my cab.
Basically, everyone get the hell out now.
You can't even like charge them for money or anything.
They
With,
do.
Like,
You
They
can't.
add it on to the
You can do
the
it. You can
charge,
add on
yeah.
fees.
I didn't know you could do that. I thought only like private cabs and shit could do
No,
that.
no, no. Uber, you can.
But then they'll get like a 1-star rating.
Yeah.
They'll,
And then
they'll
they'll
do
give-
anything.
They give the
for their
passenger a
5-star.
1-star rating, which it doesn't mean the same thing.
Yeah, I never knew
Yeah.
passengers got ratings. Yeah.
I feel like I'm a good passenger.
Yeah.
You can check,
can check your
rating,
thing, innit?
yeah.
What does that
Somewhere
mean?
on
Like
that.
they get less rides or it takes
Yeah,
longer?
but
I mean, drivers
they will
are
get
more wary
prioritised, I
of
think.
accepting
Or
your job.
boo-hoo,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
You
Come on.
get less priority, which means less jobs, which means less money.
Wait, what?
No, passengers get
I'm talking
ratings.
about passengers.
Oh,
Yeah.
passengers get. Oh, not drivers.
Yeah.
Oh, passengers. But passengers get rated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mad thing.
Let me see if I can find one.
I think
Yeah.
that's why a lot of people sit there and
My
just
rating
ask-
is 4.7.
Damn.
4.7, 470.
I think that's why a lot of people
Fine.
ask like, how's business? You know, that first common question.
Mm.
I think that's why I asked that. So to get the
I've
camera's
got,
good set.
I've got an interesting question. Well, it's interesting to me. I just want to know how many times have each one of you taken an Uber?
Oh yeah.
Quite a few.
Loads of times.
What this year?
For a rough number, in total.
I'd say
I
less
couldn't-
than 15.
Yeah.
No, less than 15 last year. This year, less than 5.
That's good. That's good.
I haven't taken a lot of cab journeys actually.
I only
year.
take them after
Yeah,
nights
I'll say
out.
less than 5 this year.
Mm.
I think, yeah.
Yeah, I only take them after nights out.
When I'm waived, I can't do TFL. Has to be cab.
Yeah.
Drop me right to my doorstep.
2
This year.
in my life.
In
In
your
your
life?
life.
In my life.
Is that 2 you've ordered or 2 you've ever been in?
2 I've ordered. Let's not talk about the ones I've been in.
There we go.
If I didn't order them, I didn't split a bit like for them to pay, then I wasn't in it.
There we go.
You can't say I was in it. There's no cameras. There's no cameras.
I've been on loads, but
To be fair, this is in like situations where I'm so drunk, I don't know where I'm going. I thought like I've literally been there to myself. I thought we were taking the bus, and they just pushed me in the
What's that,
Uber.
that drug hiccup?
Yeah, they just pushed me in, and then the next day they're like, "Yeah, can I have £6.73?" I'm like, "Yeah,
For what? Did I ask you to buy me the Uber?
yeah, guy, I could have took the 205. Are you mad?"
In
So
your
yeah, that
drug
doesn't count.
statement?
That doesn't count. I don't depend on Ubers. That's why I'm proud to say I've only taken it twice, and those were work-related ventures. Not linking a thing, not going club, all of that. Not, oh, I'm too tired. I'm too tired. I'm going to take Uber. Oh, it's too cold. No, none of that.
Fair.
What
Alright,
about
cool.
you?
What?
How many times?
This year?
Yeah.
Take a good couple, to be honest.
No, you're not hot. You're wearing a jacket.
Yeah, man, you're flexing, bro. you put that on to flex on
There are
purpose.
no cheeks here, fam.
I know, but I like the look.
You can't even see it. You feel it, innit?
Huh?
You feel
I
it.
can feel the
There's a
look.
whole meerkat on your shoulder. For why?
Shut up, man. You're Nebraska. You're green Nebraska. Shut up, man.
Bruv, this cost £1.
Swear!
£1.
Where?
What? Charity shop.
Oh, what? In Brooklyn?
Nah, it's,
Vintage stores and charity shops are the way to go. fam.
somewhere in South London.
Wait, of course, South London.
Mm.
The only place you can get a passport, a green hoodie, and something else for like less than £5.
It's a bit stereotypical. South Londoners, don't you think?
What?
It's a bit stereotypical to South Londoners, don't you think?
This brother.
A passport, that's stereotypical to
passport?
Nigerians, my god.
Hold on a minute, man.
No, because you know them, oh, what's it called? Are they called flea markets?
Mm.
Yeah, like them places, you get shit dirt cheap.
You're gonna buy a passport from a flea market.
Would not advise it.
I'm not saying, I never said I would. I'm just saying that kind of
How
shit.
does that even work? There's a
Passport.
As soon as you open that in the
airport.
airport, boy, they grab it. As soon as you open that in the airport, they're grabbing your ass.
Can you imagine?
You see, but you see hella just to pick up mims and he's just wheeling him away. Like. No,
Nice.
that's funny.
you man
What?
question,
Alright,
yeah? 2 questions. The best songs you've listened to in 2020. I've already asked these guys this, but like the best release from 2020 and the best discovery of 2020. My answer's changed because I've realised shit did come out this year.
A lot of shit come out this year.
I don't know.
Alright, I'll go first then.
Go ahead.
Favorite release? Shit. Yeah, Heartless by The Weeknd. That album is amazing, love it. Favorite discovery? There are 3. It's either Mortal Man, Sing About Me,
Sing About Me, I'm Down the First. You discovered that this year. This year.
Fam. Oh, his albums have just changed my whole like perspective on music, fam.
This year you heard that song.
Yes. I know, but fam, I'm so happy that I did.
That's my favourite Kendrick song.
It's amazing, fam. He actually tells stories in his albums. Before I didn't even realise what that meant. But after listening to him, I now understand what that meant. And now I understand what people mean when they say this music is shit. I can honestly say, before I listened to Kendrick, everything sounded the same. To me, no other artist has told a story in a song the way Kendrick does.
Damn.
It's beautiful.
I can't believe.
Beautiful.
When did that album come out? 2012.
2015, I want to say. 2012 was Good Kid, Mad City. I'm thinking about To Pimp a Butterfly. Fam.
Yeah.
Mortal Man, that conversation with Tupac and that poem at the end. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. It's actually scary how.
Yeah, man,
good
listen to
it
that,
is.
bro. Sing About Me, I'm Down the First. That whole Good Kid, Mad City album was. They call it the best. I think they called it the best album of the decade.
Blinding Lights by The Weeknd. That was my number one listen to of the year. And then Discovery. I've no idea how long they've been about in the game, but it's a band called Theory of a Dead Man, which are quite good.
Theory of a Dead Man.
Yeah, they're sort of like rock. A song particularly called Medicate, which is just about people smoking weed, which is fun.
Why do bands always have these nuts names? I heard of a band called Dying Fetus.
What? Welcome to the stage, Dying Fetus.
Flipping hell.
No, but going back to the 2020 recap, because it just came into my head now, like things we should leave behind, in it.
Clubhouse. So you can't do your thing.
That, but sprinkle cake. Like, do you know the whole sprinkle cake people, all them people that buy like seafood and that off random strangers?
Oh, yeah, didn't you not remember?
Fam, there's no rating, no certificate,
Yeah, like first
it's just
lockdown.
vibes.
Yeah, first lockdown. People they were trying to make money. So I think one person, one known guy on social media, he started selling like sprinkle cakes.
What is that?
You know, like the primary school cake. The
that.
sprinkle cake. He started selling it, and bare people started hopping on that wave, and then it was like a big discussion. It was like, "Oh, sprinkle cake is killing my people and whatnot." And then
It's delicious.
yeah,
No, but how you gonna
sprinkle
buy
cake
off a
bangs.
random person on Twitter? You don't even
Okay,
know
fair
them.
enough.
No, but this guy was
is it though?
this
What
guy
is
was a
it?
chef. Or
Sprinkle cake.
Yeah, sprinkle cake. You know they put it in the
You
tray.
know that cake
You
from
pour
primary school,
custard.
hundred and thousands on it.
Ooh.
Icing,
Oh,
hundred
so
and
it's just
thousands.
a cake with sprinkles on it.
Yeah.
But it just went
okay.
like I think.
Why is that? How can you cancel a cake, bruv?
No,
What?
it just drove everyone mad.
No, I'm deep it. Yeah.
You put it in the oven at 400 degrees.
Do you know
You
what?
put the devil in the oven at 400 degrees, he'll
do you
disappear.
know-
Why are you worried?
Do you know
bruv?
the conditions that he's cooking in?
What?
Do you know that there's no certificate, there's no
Oh my
rating?
God,
You're
you can
literally-
say that for any chicken and chip shop. You can say that.
That's facts.
Yeah.
No, but this guy was like a well-known chef, and then he just turned into an next, and then the people started making seafood boils.
No.
Seafood boils.
Yeah, man.
The platters annoy
What are
me.
seafood boils?
You got the lobster and the crab and but you know the platters, the one where they mix hot and spicy wings and buffalo wings with Oreo waffles. Fam, them ones.
That's an American.
That's
thing.
an American thing. That
No,
shit
they
is
do.
disgusting.
Fam, it's here.
No, I'm saying it must have originated in America.
I don't know, but all I know is I'm seeing it all over here.
I don't know what I'd do if I opened mac and cheese and then I saw Oreos sprinkled all over.
That's an American thing.
Yeah.
Dash it straight back.
Like,
Give me my money.
like, what kind of madness is this? Yo, you got sweet, pure sweet, next to like buffalo wings and that.
Yeah, but we had chicken and waffles here for time. It was only like a matter of time before they
No, but
put some spice on it.
No, but those two go together. I'm saying they just
Maybe
they just
burgers and Oreos go together.
No, but before,
They do not.
Have you tried it?
I have not.
There we go then. There we go then.
But they don't go together, bro.
No,
Are you
don't
eating?
pick till you
Are
try
you
it.
are you buying a burger and buying Oreos and eating them at the same
Alive.
time? Are you?
It's not.
As
All
a
I'm saying
matter
is
of
don't knock it until
principle,
you
they
try
don't.
it.
No, I'm gonna knock
as a
it.
matter of principle, they don't.
They don't.
No.
no, but these opinions change over time.
People said that about chicken and waffle. People said that about black and white people. But you know,
What do you mean? did we get here, man?
I'm like, oh, Jesus. Opinions change, innit?
Yeah.
Maybe sweet and savoury does go together.
In some
I'm trying to think of a
instances.
sweet and savoury example.
At the end of the day,
Okay,
what?
at a brunch restaurant, I had like what? Waffles, eggs, sausages, maple syrup, and mustard. It was nice.
And mustard.
Yeah.
That is disgusting. I can't lie, that is disgusting.
It was nice.
It was
My eardrums.
The main topic for the day is therapy friends. Now, for the benefit of our audience and everyone here, Adam, could you clarify what therapy friends is?
I mean, it's essentially the concept of a friend where the friendship is mostly predicated off of sharing and trying to help each other with your issues. And it can either be like two-way where you help each other, or it's, a lot of the time it's one way where one person will go to the other one. And sometimes like a normal friendship can regress into it where it is just a normal friendship. It becomes over time through more and more sharing of a problem where that is the main thing that you talk about. That is essentially the concept of what a therapy friendship is and what a therapy friend is.
I see. Like, I've never actually
Excuse me?
understood the whole therapy friend concept. Like, it just doesn't make sense. Because to me, it just sounds a lot like
I'm
a
actually glad I
parasitic.
know what to call it now.
It just seems like a parasitic relationship.
Wait, to dumb it down for me, is it one of those people that only follow you when they're going through shit and they want?
Yes,
Okay.
essentially. And like, I mean, a lot of the time, maybe there'll be like some vague semblance of another like friendship, especially when there used to be one and it's regressed into that.
Okay.
But it is essentially when the most talking that they do to you is when they have a problem and they're going to you with it because they want help.
To some people, I'm a therapy friend. I've realised it.
Mm.
Oh wow.
Alright, but how much
not
should
the one.
one rely on their friends or family for support before it like gets too much?
Say that again.
How much should someone rely on like their friends or family for support before it gets too much?
Well, I mean, the issue is actually getting therapy in the first place is extremely difficult. Like, the process is to actually get there is very, very difficult. So you have to have somebody that you rely on because you can't just keep it in.
Mm.
And that's the main problem that a lot of people have, especially men as well. You can't just keep it in because I mean that's how it gets worse when you don't have a release for it. So you do need people to talk to, people to respond to.
Yeah.
But the main thing that you have to remember is at the end of the day it is a burden. Because if these people do care about you, they're going to, in some way, shape or form, feel upset that you're in a bad way, that you're struggling, that you're going through something. And you might not want to think it, but in some way, shape or form, it's a burden. So you have to be aware of how much of a burden that they can actually take on before you go to them with all of your problems all the time.
But that's the thing, the people who like turn to other people for advice, they're turning to you because they've become that desperate in a sense that they want to tell someone, open up about their problems, which means they're not going to be selective about how much they unload. They're just going to unload everything.
Yeah, and it's more important as the therapy friend to impose your boundaries than it is for the other people, because a lot of the time they can't recognise when it's becoming too much because they can't see your signs. They don't know when you're going through a bad day yourself and you can take on less of a burden than usual. So it's more important for you to either on a daily basis or just in general before you just have an intervention and say, listen, before I help you more, we need to lay down some ground rules or something like that. It's more important for the friend who is helping the person to lay down some boundaries to establish what it is that is fair in that relationship that is going on.
I see.
You
Question.
were spitting, boy. You were preaching. I like that.
I've been
facts
through it
though,
all.
man.
I've been through the wars. So
That's real, man.
Wait, have you guys like had that experience?
Have you?
Of course.
Me?
What
Yeah,
experience?
have you?
No.
Oh,
Okay, then.
good.
'Cause you
feel
have no
sorry for
heart.
anyone who
What do
goes
you
to
mean I have
You
no
probably
heart?
have, you didn't realise. You just like, what are you on about?
Man said like, have you been through that experience? Like, it's about have you guys? Yeah. I think I've been the therapy friend before.
Realistically, I think we all have.
Yeah.
Have for you?
I think we have, but
I
not
don't-
always to the same extent.
as
Definitely,
you.
yeah.
I just don't think I have, honestly.
You've at least seen glimpses.
Has
Okay.
no one ever gone to you with a problem?
Oh yeah, sure.
Everyone you know on Cloud9, are you serious?
Huh?
Is everyone you know on Cloud9?
No, okay, no, yeah, like people have conflict problems in it, but then it just gets, like, do you know what I mean? It gets.
It's a
Just tell
one-off,
them
it's
to
not-
man up and move.
No, like,
Oh, in your head it's like that, innit? It's done. It's done.
because they're not.
Oh, so
they're
you're
not.
like,
They're
well,
not too. They're not too. I don't want to say too far gone, but
Whoa, bro.
Well, I mean,
not like that. But do you know what I mean? It's not like to like with you, yeah. With your experiences, it's like if you, yeah, like you've had the extreme ones where it's like delusional cases where it's like they're gone. Like you can't. There's no, because even if you talk to them or try to like stay out of contact, they'll find one way of reaching back to you. Like I've never had like those kind of problems. Mine's always been very relatively simple. Do you know what I mean? Very simple. Something that could probably be solved there and then.
I guess you're just lucky, man.
Huh?
I think you're lucky.
I just
think you tell them what it is.
No.
I'm not gonna listen to you. I feel like it's that.
You've been the therapy friend to me at some points.
Alright.
Yeah.
Then you don't realise it.
You don't realise it though, because you give me like real. You give me a realistic view of the problem.
Now, yeah, like to build on what Mo said, like maybe you don't realise it because like you don't realise what you're giving is therapy. Maybe to you, you think therapy is one type of thing, but to someone else, it's a different type of thing. Maybe it's just a conversation. Maybe it's just an ear.
Because after the way I've heard,
Maybe you don't see it like that.
after that I hear Adam talk about it, I just see it as a parasitic kind of thing. Do you know what I mean?
And you are toxic.
I mean,
Parasite.
the whole,
gone.
like the fact that the word friendship is in there means that you do have some sort of care for this person. You do want to help them. They're
No,
not
yeah.
just some leech that has clung on to you.
I don't think. I feel like the moment like a relationship enters like, well, the way I see it, the moment a relationship enters like friendship therapy like territory, I don't think you can still be friends.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
don't
exactly.
I don't
like
think you
don't
can.
get me wrong. These people can overstay their welcome, as it were, and they can end up putting too much of a burden on you over time, to the point where you just get frustrated and fed up because you see no progress and you see no way of helping them at all. Well,
Okay.
Yeah, some people refuse to change.
yeah,
Case-
or some people literally cannot change.
Case in point, you these words sound familiar. Do you think my cousin G?
Don't say it. Don't say it.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
What? Do you think my cousin what?
Do you think my cousin Jimmy loves me? And the thing is, there'll be that question. There'll be like 5 or 6 other questions in some block paragraph, copy pasted 3 or 4 times a day, just the same ones, and then you'd get annoyed if I didn't answer them individually. And it's at that point where I know he can't help
Do you
himself.
think my
But I
cousin
can't help
Jimmy
him.
loves me?
There's nothing you can do. You have to lock it off. Otherwise, it becomes stress. I mean, you saw how stressed I was getting. It's just every
No, this
single
guy,
day
yeah.
I've been just,
You was the proper therapy friend.
Like, there'll be times we link up here, or maybe we'll go Oxford Street or something. Fam, this guy will just be looking like he's been through World War 1 and 2
That's
in
the thing,
one day.
I'd go about my day like normally, and then I'd just turn on my like data or something, and just see that message, and that's
Do
instantly
you
a mood
think
kill.
Jimmy loves me? My cousin Jimmy.
But that's the thing, like,
the hell?
Ask someone else.
but that's the thing, Mo. Like, you see when you said, I give you advice and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like, usually, how like that stuff usually like gets
It'll be so
resolved.
quick, yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Something like that.
No, I think what the difference is there is people can't tell the difference between something feeling therapeutic and delivering therapy, right? Because 2 friends just sharing stuff can feel therapeutic, but they're not delivering therapy to each other.
Yes.
But if it becomes one-sided and you have a friend who feels desperate to get stuff off his chest and then the other person feels like they need to become this person's therapist, but they're not qualified. That's them trying to give therapy, and they're not qualified to do it. They're not professionals.
Okay.
It's not their realm. They don't. It's just them trying based on the knowledge that they have, but they don't know what they're doing. It's unfair. That's why they become stressed and they can't handle it. There's a difference. I think what you guys do, just chatting with each other, it is therapeutic. I think every friendship should be therapeutic. You shouldn't have a friendship that adds stress to your life.
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean
It becomes very tricky when it gets into the longer you stay in it, basically, the longer you're helping them out, the longer term the issue. That's when it gets to a thing, an issue. You want a friendship that feels therapeutic, but when they actually have proper issues that just keep rearing their heads, that's
Alright, cool. So, what can you do to keep yourself from being relied on to a point that you can't handle it?
I feel like, honestly, you have to make a choice. You either be a good Samaritan and help them, or you just go like you, be a robot and just say, nah, shut that noise up. No, like, honestly, I don't see, like, a middle ground. You either help them or you don't.
Who like the boundary fingers?
But-
One of them like laying
But
boundaries.
how do these people set boundaries?
I don't feel like the boundary thing helps, because you're saying I'm only gonna help you to like this extent. For everything else, go somewhere else.
Yeah, it doesn't help.
I mean, it's not even that. It can even just be a case of, can you at least ask before you share a problem? Because sometimes, especially if you've got your own issues, and this year everyone's had their own issues, especially. You just, ask a simple question. Ask, can I share this with you because I have an issue?
Yeah.
Because, what you have to remember is if you aren't in a position to help yourself, if you're in a bad way, or if you know that somebody sharing onto you is going to cause you to end up in a bad way, you're not going to be able to help anyone else either. So if you want to help other people, you have to make sure, first and foremost, that you are a stable platform for them to be able to basically step onto, so that you won't collapse on them as well. Because then they, especially if they're relying on you a lot, like you were saying earlier, if they don't have you, they have no one else either.
Oh, sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but what you said, no, it's just what you said. You need to make sure you're stable yourself before they lean on you.
Yeah.
And imagine you're not, and then you both fall down.
God damn. That's a recipe for disaster, fam.
That's what it made me
I
think
was
of,
thinking the
like.
same thing.
And then you just like go to both of you together go to somebody else. I shouldn't laugh. I really shouldn't laugh, I'm sorry.
Now I have two therapy friends. Great.
Well,
That's like a domino effect.
it's like earlier when I was saying like how much I ranted into the group chat about cousin
Yeah.
Jimmy. It's like, it was that knock-on effect. Well, I ended up venting every single day in the group chat about how I was getting.
Okay, but it didn't
I've
stress us out.
They didn't stress you out, no, but so like
There are situations where it might.
if you imagine like I don't know, like to use an analogy, carrying shopping or something. I was basically giving you all like a loaf of bread to carry home. This guy was giving me the TV, the potatoes, packing everything. I was carrying like some camel on my back. I was just giving you the loaves of bread or something to carry yourselves.
I think that's natural. I think it helped you. At least you had someone to moan about it to. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was just said person,
Yeah. But that's what I mean. That's,
if it was just them who you spoke to, you'd go insane.
yeah. There was that therapeutic thing. But imagine if, longer term, I end up going more and more insane because of it. And then I end up at actual like flight risk or some nonsense. I don't even know.
That was a jump.
Like,
You can from there to there quick, like.
you don't know how fast these things can develop in your head.
This is true.
You don't know when something just snaps because you don't feel it pushing on you.
Like, to build off of like something you said earlier, like people who need therapy friends, they're coming to you because they obviously cannot get help anywhere else. you seem like the only appropriate option. They might like work with family and they can't talk to their family, and they might work with family 6 days a week, so they have no other like means to meet people to talk about it. What are they supposed to do if they can't talk to you? If you like say, shut that noise up, don't talk to me, what do they then do?
I'm gonna start using that.
Well, if you good,
Shut that noise.
that is, it's good.
I'm sorry.
No, you become a bad person. Trust me. Trust me.
Someone calls. Shut that noise up.
No, yeah, like to everyone, what should they do?
I think create an action plan. If you can recognize that you can help them, explain to them what you're gonna do. Give them a time frame, and have a plan for if it goes right and if it goes wrong. Whereas if you can't see yourself helping them beyond what you've already been doing, then let them know that. Don't waste their time. Don't waste your own time. Be like, okay, you need to look for something else. Maybe I can help you find a different way of how to handle this, but I'm not enough. I'm not enough. I'm not built for this. I'm not qualified for this. Just have a plan in mind. Don't just aimlessly give advice and be there for them, because if the problem's not going anywhere, it's just being thrown onto you. It's not a problem halved or a problem shared. It's doubled. You have to recognize, you have to see it when it's happening and have a plan in motion to prevent that. That's it. Because the way people deal with it now is they don't have the conversations that they need to, like Adam said. What they do is they just distance. They just distance over time. And then that person starts resenting them, and then they fall out of the friendship group, and then
They're still stuck with the problems, but now no one's helped them with it.
yeah, and now they feel lonely and they feel abandoned, and then this person's become a worse person inside, because look at what you're doing. You thought you could help them, you said you would, and now it's too much for me, I'm gonna piss off.
That's
You know what I
even
mean?
worse. Yeah, that's even worse than not helping.
There are really problems like that out there. It's
Right.
peak.
It's facts.
No, it's peak. Like, there's probably someone out there who's going through that right now.
Alright, so I don't know if you've covered this already, but what obligations do friends have to each other, like in this kind of arena?
I think it depends on a case-to-case basis. I think like you need to look like the people you're friends with. You need to look at like that friendship and ask yourself like, why are we friends in the first place? And what do we both get out of this friendship? Like, there are some friends I'm only friends with because when we get lit together, we have a good time. Those are the people I wouldn't go to if I had a problem. So in your terms of like how to make sure you don't become like a burden, that was the question, right? How to make sure you don't become a burden on people and stuff.
That's like what obligations?
No, yeah, the obligations you have. I feel like you need to recognize the people around you, recognize the friendships you're in, and make sure you don't just like overburden them
Yeah.
and like give them give them like shit that they have to deal with that they're not built for or that it's their purpose to.
Also, there are like, if you feel like you can't talk to people, there are like whatchamacallit, there are
Charities.
Yeah, charities and helplines and shit in it that you can contact in it, that you can speak to. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're not alone.
Yeah, you're not alone.
There's
Why
always
did that
someone.
sound so insincere when you said it? Like,
I'm an insincere person.
Aye, see the ice on his face. Jesus.
oh my days.
Don't worry, you're
I'm
not
so
alone.
done.
I mean, the only obligations that exist are the ones that you put on yourself. Nobody can put an obligation on you. The only obligations are the ones that you accept for yourself. So if, like, you know, if you feel obliged to help someone, you can still ignore that obligation as well. So it's all just a case of how much you are willing to help yourself. You're not obliged to put yourself out there for anyone else. You might feel like you are, but in practice, you aren't. And people might see you as a bad person if you don't. Again, then you get that societal obligation, that societal pressure. But you're not obligated in any way for me. It's all just a made-up force, basically, that pushes you into these sorts of things. And like again, like maybe you want to help them, maybe it's a good thing to help them. You care about them, you want to help them, cool. But again, you can't feel obliged to help them at every single opportunity if you cannot.
Yeah. To me, I think friendships are. What's attractive about them is that they come with few to no obligations, like, compared to family or like other types of relationships, work, where people make demands of you and you just have to give in and you don't feel like you're getting a lot back. With friends, all you have to do is turn up and keep the same energy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you're both benefiting off each other's company. It doesn't feel like you're finessing each other and there's this battle between you two and like, how can I give the least and receive the most? Friendships should just be relaxed. Just enjoy each other's company. It's okay to have friends for particular settings, like the ones you club with, the ones you can talk about stuff with. That's okay as long as the energy doesn't change. That's the only obligation you should have. If you feel the energy changing,
that's when it's
leave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's time to pack up and go.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're turning it into something else. It's not a friendship.
That's when it
anymore.
turns toxic.
Yeah. Yeah. No one talks about toxic friends.
Yeah.
Talk about toxic relationships.
But toxic friends are, I'll say they're worse than relationships, man.
Give me an example. You get me? Us wanting to compete against each other to do well, and then there's another just saying, "It's like it. Alright, cool. Congratulations, innit? It's like it."
And the congratulations is insincere.
I lie.
Bet you, you just feel the insincerity of the.
I lie. It's
got me using big words in the vocab. Like.
Fam, it's so keen with insincerity.
Yeah. It's just more often I notice the other type where, I don't know, someone manages a placement, someone gets into this uni, someone starts this job, someone gets this girlfriend, someone gets this car. It's just pure jealousy. And it's like, how can you be friends with someone like that?
That's the thing. I've noticed. People who are jealous,
They're battling demons, man.
There's that,
They're battling something.
yeah. There's that, but at the same time, it's like they're looking on the outside more than they're looking at themselves, and they're like focusing more about what's around them than what they're doing. Do you know what I mean? In fact, do you know what it is? Insecurity also comes into it. They might be doing decent, but then they look on socials. Dominic put out a new song. But it's like, because everyone, and that's the thing with social media.
You heard that too, right?
What?
Never mind then. If you didn't hear, you didn't hear. Go on.
What? About
No, it doesn't matter. Go on.
Is there Judge?
You hear a voice just.
You and Chuchi,
I'm sorry, continue.
It's like you two are in a toxic relationship.
We are. I hate Judge. Judge hates me.
I
What do you
can't
mean?
listen to Jay Huss anymore because he scared me of Jay Huss.
Do you know it's
I
good
still
thing.
listen to Hustler, baby.
Moon.
Go on, continue your point about jealousy.
Yeah, so like, insecurity comes into it because it's like I was saying, Dominic puts out a new song and the guy sees that on social media and the person's like, oh, he might be doing well himself. He might have his life like somewhat sorted, but he sees Dom's like thing on socials and then he's like, oh, he's not really feeling it that much. He's not really like, he's just feeling a certain kind of way about it, and then
They'll just try and bring you down on their level.
yeah.
I've seen people do that. So that someone will come out with something or release a project, and then someone will, I don't know, they just want to be. It's like inside they're not happy with themselves type of thing. So it'll be like, you could just, I don't know, I can't explain it, but you can feel it, and then it will never lie. Once you feel that energy, man, just dip.
That's
Just get out of there, man.
Do you know what's strange? Some people, they'll make like remarks and they'll be like, "Oh, it's a good start," or "You're going in the right. You're almost there." And I'm thinking, "I will spin you." What? What are you talking about? I didn't ask for like constructive criticism. I asked for a share. That's
you're coming up with
everything else. I don't care.
Salmon cow bars, and you're telling me, shush,
Come on, man. Are you
shut that
serious?
noise.
Idiot. Flipping hell. Yeah, these people.
Must say-
That's the thing, girl them grow on trees, innit? But good friends, they're like truffles in the mud.
Fire my boss. Are you listening?